Ndewo, Kedo Kimere, Adi Uma. I just said hello. How are you doing? I'm doing fine. Thanks for joining me as I do my weekly video as I continue to learn the Igbo language of Nigeria, of Southeast Nigeria to be exact, which was known at one time as the Biafra region. Thanks for joining me as again I try to learn my ancestral tongue. Been doing this a little bit over a year now, and trying to get closer and closer to being fluent with the language. Of course, I got a long way to go, but I thank my friends over here and support that have been learning along with me, as well as those overseas in Nigeria itself that have been embracing me just as another Igbo brother in the diaspora, as well as tutoring me along the way. So it means a lot to me, and I thank you for your time, your concern, and your acceptance and love of me as one of your brethren across the sea. So we're going to continue talking about arts and entertainment. And again, to keep the video short, just going to do 10 quick words. And we're going to be talking about Inka na Intorondo, which means arts and entertainment. Inka means art, na means and, Intorondo means entertainment. So it's Inka na Intorondo, arts and entertainment. So we're going to go over items 31 to 40 in my list. I just put my picture up just so you know what I look like, as you can't really see me on the camera, but that's one of the dashikis I brought back from Akwa Ibom State, Uyo to be exact, as the town, as I consider that my second home across the Atlantic Ocean. All right, let's go ahead and get going in order to conserve time and to be courteous to you as well for you actually following me. Again, we're in the topic of arts and entertainment, and so we're going to talk about music and television, movies, things of that nature, and everything related to it. So the first word is going to be for duet in English. So it's duetị for duet. So duetị, just 3 syllables. Duetị is duet. Now remember the characters. I'm just going to use the English pronunciations of the letters. Of course, you have an actual alphabet in Igbo. I'm not pronouncing it using the Igbo sounding out of the letters. I'm just going to use it in English just to keep it simple for us. But the E's make that sharp A sound, and the I with the dot underneath means a diacritic. It gives it a different pronunciation, and it gives it a real high E sound, like you're saying ink. So again, it's duet would be duetị. Again, try to say it with me. Duetị. Duet. Okay, episode. In Igbo, again, you got a special character. The E's make an A sound, and the I's make an E sound. So it's Episodu. A-Pee-Soe-Due for episode. So again, A-Pee-Soe-Due episode. One more time. A-Pee-Soe-Due episode. Okay, an event would be A-Moo-May event. A-Moo-May is event. Again, it's A-Moo-May event. Okay, an exhibit, like a science exhibit, for instance. Just the word for exhibit by itself is En-Goe-See. En-Goe-See. Okay, so again, try to say it with me. En-Goe-See. So again, exhibit is En-Goe-See for exhibit. Again, your special character is the I, which makes an E sound if you're using English pronunciation. So it's En-Goe-See for exhibit. Okay, for an exhibition, the whole event, you would use 2 words for it to be Emume En-Goe-See. And the words break down as follows. Emume means an event, and En-Goe-See means an exhibit. So it's Emume En-Goe-See exhibit. Okay. En-Goe-See can also mean a fair. Okay. F-A-I-R, fair in English. We had a couple of those that I used to go to as a kid. The one on 8 Mile Road in Detroit, Michigan in USA was the Michigan State Fair. where you had the rides, you had the games, you had the performances. So we called that a fair. Also, the Bath City Festival, which we used to call Farm City Week in my hometown of Mount Clemens, Michigan in the USA. We had a fair every year for a week. So again, it's just a word you already know. Fair would be En-Goe-See for fair. En-Goe-See for fair. Film is En-Kee-Ree. Film. En-Kee-Ree. Film. So again, your special characters, the eyes, they make an E sound. So again, it's En-Kee-Ree for film. Again, En-Kee-Ree. Film. Okay, a gig. For instance, a band may have a nighttime event that they have to fulfill. In the United States, we call that a gig. So it will be gigi for gig. Gigi for gig. Again, the eyes make that E sound, so it's gigi, gig. All right, one more time. Gigi, gig. For group, very simple, is Oh-Tue for group. Oh-Tue for group. Again, one more time. Oh-Tue for group. All right, last word of the day. This is number 10. So for fantasy, I can't break that down from a literal standpoint, but it is from two words. It would be En-Rue-Roe A-Fue, fantasy. Again, En-Rue-Roe A-Fue, fantasy. One more time. En-Rue-Roe A-Fue, fantasy. So again, thanks for joining me. I try to greet you the same way when it comes to saying goodbye. Imela means thank you, and Kachifo means good night. All right, have a good night, and thanks for joining once again. All right, bye-bye.